Hi everyone, it's Dina. I'm here today with an unboxing video. Today's unboxing is going to be Softflex Company's Spring Goodie Bag, and I'm extremely excited about this one. This is the first time I've done one of the goodie bags, so I'm excited to get this one opened up and let you know when you all know what came in the bag. So give me a moment, let me get this pretty floral bag opened up so you don't hear a bunch of crinkling, and I'll be back and I'll show you the contents. Alrighty everyone, so I'm back and this is what was inside that bag. This is a ton of beads for the price that you pay for to be able to get one of these things. This is pretty awesome. I love it already because I can see a bunch of pinks in there and then the greens, and then you've got your neutral colors and everything. So we'll go through each one of these separately. I'll go ahead and I'll go through this guy first, or this half first, and then we'll come back and do the bag. So meet me back in a second and we'll start off with the left hand side. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to go through is the wire that came in the box. So you get a full 10-foot spool of wire. It's their metallics antique brass colored wire. That's easy for me to say this early in the morning. I think I'm just too excited about opening the box. So it's a 49 strand wire, and then that's the color of it. So it's a good brown color to use for like basically mimic like the sticks and tree bark and things like that you would see in nature. So love this color. It's a good neutral color also. You also got a long strand of, looks like some bugle beads, and this is a very dark cyan color. See if I can get it up there. And the lights are making it look a lot brighter than it actually is. I mean, they're still bright, but I'm just saying that it's a more deeper red color than what the lights are showing right now. It's a very, very deep cyan color, so those are very pretty. And they are, I don't know, sorry about the noise, I'm going to get my caliper out real quick if I can, so I can kind of measure them for you. So they are approximately, whoops, I probably need to get it down in that spot a little bit better over here. Of course I'm going to fumble around with this, sorry. Of course that's going to happen while you're recording, Dina. Happens every time. There we go. So they are almost 5 millimeters in length. So it's like a 4.5 millimeters, that one. So they're probably 4 to 5 millimeters a piece. So that's the size of the red bugles that you got. You also get tiny little daggers. I love daggers. I just absolutely love them. But they really do look like a little dagger. If you look at it just individually, they look like something like a very small sword or something like that. But it's a very pretty transparent pink color, but then it's got a almost like a gold-ish or maybe a rose gold luster to it. So every once in a while, I don't know, yeah, you can see it kind of in the camera where you can see some of the pink color shining through in spots. So it's very neat, very neat, very unique, very dainty. Then you also got this pretty shell pendant. On the back of it, you can tell that it's made from shell because of the way that it looks and everything. It's also a natural stone, so yeah, you can kind of see it if I can get it to focus a little bit better. There we go. How this side over here is a little bit thicker than this side over here. So if you wanted to bezel this, then you would just have to keep that in account. And just think about that this side's a little bit wider than this side over here. But it is a pendant, so you can always just attach it with either a pinch bail if you wanted to, or any other type of jump ring, things like that. But it's a very pretty floral design on the front of it. So that's the first part of it, so meet me back and then I will go through that bag that we got. Alrighty, so here are all the beads that came in that one little bag. This is a lot of beads again. This is going to be so much fun to create with. So we'll go through each one of these individually. The first one we're going to start off with is a shape I have never seen before, and I've been beading for a little while now, since I'd say about 8 years or so at least, and I've never seen this one before. It almost resembles a lightning bolt in a way, but it's just a check glass bead, it looks like, and then your hole goes through the center right here. I don't even have a needle next to me. How do I not have a needle next to me? Anyways, your hole goes through the center. I can use the wire. Let me see if I can get some of the wire out so I can show you where that hole is. No, that's not working. Okay, let me use this. I have a scrap piece of wire sitting here. And that way you can see where that hole is at a little easier. And it goes straight down the center just like that. So these are very interesting, very different. I have never seen anything like this. So if you know what the names of these beads are, please let me know in the comments. I would definitely like to know what these are. I would like to see if I can find these in other places. But they're a light transparent peridot color with a little bit of an AB wash on top of them. I ended up getting 41 of these in my little bag. Your quantities may be a little bit different than mine. It just depends on how they set up all of the bags and everything, if they do it by weight or if they actually count them out. I usually count out my beads though, because when I price my products, I price them per bead. And so I like to know what I start off with, so that way when I use it in a product, I know how many I have left over. So the next one is a druck bead, or a drook. Depends on how you pronounce it. They are 6 millimeters. I've got 33 of these, and it's just a transparent, darker color green. Then your hole goes through the center of the bead, if you're not familiar with what a druck is. Goes through like that. Then you've got 2 large 12 millimeter, and I'm pretty sure they're probably gemstone. They don't feel like they're, they feel like they're a gemstone to me. They're a little bit cool to the touch. I could not tell you exactly what type of gemstone it is, because I don't know for absolute sure, so I don't want to say one thing and be completely wrong. So, but they are approximately 12 millimeters in diameter, and you get 2 of those, and they're kind of a darker black, almost like a really dark gray in a way, and then this one has a little bit of a lighter portion right here too. So those are pretty neat. Then you get 7 of your 13 millimeter disc shaped beads, and they are a very pretty fuchsia colored glass bead that has the AB finish on both sides. So there's one side and then there's the other. Now the interesting thing about my disc beads that I got, it's all 6 of these had the AB finish on both sides. This one has just a very small amount of the AB finish on this side. So when you're designing and you come across something like that, then you can use that as your centerpiece. So just imagine that this one's down in the bottom of a necklace and it flips around this way. Well, okay, yeah, it still goes along with the theme of the necklace and everything, but this one has just a little less of the AB coating. Well, then when it flips back this way, then it matches completely. So think about it that way. If you end up with something that is not quite the same color as your other beads, then just use that to your advantage. If you ended up with 2 of these, then you would flip them in the opposite direction. You would put the 2 that have the lesser coating of the AB finish on either side of each other. So just think about it in that way whenever you're designing. Next thing we got was a group of some seed beads. And these are pretty irregular. They're not, like you can see, this one's kind of like a double or triple size. But they're close to an 8/0 size seed bead. But they are irregular, so they're probably not going to be my Yuki or Toho. Which is fine, because these would work perfectly in using them as spacer beads. But they're just a opaque black color. And they're shiny, so there's no extra coating or anything to those. Then you get 7 by 8 millimeter turban beads, and I've got 9 of these, and it's an opaque pink opal color. So if you look at it close enough, see if I can get it to focus to where you can see. Yeah, you can kind of see. You might not be able to see with the lights and everything, but you can see some of the opalness of this bead. And a turban bead is very similar to a bicone. It's just cut slightly different, where a bicone would be cut straight on one side and then straight down the other side of the diamond shape. But this one has like little ridges, like you would see like in old buildings and things like that that were made hundreds and hundreds of years ago, that type of thing. So old brick buildings. So those are pretty nifty also. I really like that color. And then the last thing that came in the bag was something that resembles just little peanuts. I don't know if these are actually peanut beads or not, but that's kind of what they look like to me. They look like little peanuts, or little pebbles, and then you've just got the hole going through the center of them. So you can kind of see the hole, and these are a little bit easier to see, but then that's the way it goes in that fashion. And I ended up with 16 of these, and it's just an opaque cream color. So that is everything that you get from this box, or this little bag. So that is a lot of beads to design with. So now what I'm going to do is try to figure out what I want to make and get my products out and ready to go, which you will already know what it is I'm going to make in the video, because I'll have that already listed at the very beginning. So give me a few minutes, figure out what I need to do, and I'll meet you back and we'll do that little short tutorial. Alrighty, so I'm going to make a cute little dangle earring. So I've already made one of them just to see how it was going to react, how it was going to turn out, and I kind of like it. It's different. It makes good little clinky sounds when you have it on your ears. I know some people really like that with some of their jewelry. I like to wear earrings that kind of clink around. I don't know, it's just me. Probably, but whatever. So the items that you're going to need from this bag are going to be your drucks, and you'll need a total of 2, 4, 6 per earring, so you'll need 12. And then you'll need your turban pink beads, so you'll need a total of 6 of those. The black seed beads that came in the kit, you'll need a total of 12 of those, and try to make sure they're about the same size. They don't have to be exact. Some of them are a little bit thicker than others and things like that, but in this type of an earring, you're probably not going to notice that you have something that's a different size. Just make sure you don't pick out one that's super duper bigger or smaller than the other ones. And then these beads that I have no idea what to call them, you'll need 12 of those as well, so 6 per earring on that. I used just head pins that have just a little ball at the end. They are black in color, and so it matched perfectly with the little black beads and everything. I also have a post ear wire here that's just from my stash. Same thing, it's black in color, and it's got a little loop on the front of it, so that's how I'm attaching my jump rings to. With this type of an ear wire though, I suggest this type of an ear nut. This is one that has a wider backing to it to make it a lot easier and a lot less of a chance of your earring going like this in your ear, where it's in your ear right now, but it's tilting instead of sitting straight up like that. This type of an ear nut gives you a more surface area in the back of the ear to keep that from happening, so your earring should still sit like this and not like this in your ear. So I suggest that type of an ear nut. And then you'll need 6 of your jump rings, and these are just 6mm black colored jump rings again. So what we'll do is we'll make the last of our little dangles here, and it's pretty simple. I'm just starting off with a druck, picking up one of those, one of the seed beads, one of the light peridot unknown shape colored beads, a pink turban, and then going backwards. Light peridot, the seed bead, and ending with another druck, just like that. So now I would suggest to do all of these first, get all 6 of them on your head pins, so that way you're not having to pick up tools and put them back down and all that other good stuff. So now I'm going to go ahead and trim mine just a little bit. So about 1 centimeter or so in width. Does not matter the exact size, you can always leave that alone. You don't have to cut this part. You can always just leave it the way it is and turn it down the way you want. So I'm using some round nose pliers, just kind of gauging what type of a loop that I want. Here again, I'm not caring about the size of the loop, I'm just turning down. I'm not going to do anything special with it. Just a nice little quick type of a earring to make. So once you get that twisted down, it looks something similar to that. So now, after you have all 6 of your, come on focus, there it goes, all 6 of your head pins all set and ready to go, then we're going to split them up into 3 and 3. The first thing you're going to do is pick up one of your your jump rings and open that one up. So put your pliers on either side and then twist open. This one we're going to go ahead and put onto the ear wire itself. Now this one, the hole of the ear wire is facing towards you. A lot of times some of the holes are facing on this side on these type of post ear wires. This earring, it doesn't matter which way it's facing, the way that we're putting it together. So it does not matter. So before you close up your jump ring, go ahead and add one of your head pins that you just made. And then we want to go and then twist our jump ring back closed. Just like that. And this looks cute just with one of them sitting on it. So if you want to just leave it as is and just do 2 of these, 1 for each ear, perfectly fine. Now what we're going to do is pick up our second jump ring, and we're going to do this the same thing with the third one. So pick up the second jump ring, open that one up, put your next head pin on it. Now on this one, we're going to go attach it to the earring, but we're going to attach to the jump ring itself and not the whole of the earring of the post. So I'm putting this on the right hand side of the first head pin that we added. And then the next one, we'll do the same thing, but we'll put it on the left hand side of that first head pin. No rhyme or reason for that either, just to make it a little bit more symmetrical. There again, you don't have to do it in this way. You can do it in whatever way that you feel like is more comfortable for you. So now I have it, and we're going to put it on the left-hand side of that first one. And then when you close this up, now you have a completed earring. And then I add my post, my wide back post. I'm not sure what to call those posts, or those ear nuts, but there you go. There is the earrings. Alrighty everyone, so here is those earrings again that we just made in the quick little short tutorial after the unboxing of Soft Flex's spring goodie bag. And these are all the contents that you got in the bag. So thanks again for watching everyone, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my Etsy site. I will have these earrings up there here shortly after the video, so that way if you're interested in it you can purchase them from my Etsy site. Thanks again everyone for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button for more unboxings and tutorials coming out shortly. I will talk to y'all later in the next video. Y'all have a good day. Bye.